Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about hammerhead sharks. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. We all know that humans can get a tan when they step out in the sun, or if you're like me, you can get a burn. But what about marine life? Some people say that there are actually certain species of hammerhead sharks that develop a suntan when they swim in shallow, sunlit waters. What do you think? Is this an actual fact or just too good to be true? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is cephalofoil. That's cephalofoil. Cephalofoil is the scientific term for the distinctive flattened head found on hammerhead sharks. The cephalofoil gives hammerhead sharks multiple survival advantages. The wide surface area allows the shark to make sharp, sudden turns without losing stability. The big head space also holds several sensory organs used for hunting. As the shark sweeps its head from side to side over the ocean floor, the cephalofoil acts like a sensor searching for prey. The size and shape of the cephalofoil vary among species, ranging from the wide, straight edge of the great hammerhead to the rounded, spade-like shape of the bonnethead. The word cephalofoil is a mix of ancient Greek and Latin. It combines the Greek root kephale, meaning head, with the Latin word folium, meaning leaf. Biologists came up with this term because the head structure resembles a thin, flattened leaf when viewed in a cross-section. The cephalofoil extends laterally or out to the sides, placing the shark's eyes and nostrils at the extreme outer edges of the head, and this unique anatomical feature is what distinguishes the 10 known species of hammerhead sharks from all other fish in the ocean. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about hammerhead sharks. Number 1. Hammerhead sharks are the youngest family of sharks in the ocean. While sharks as a group have existed for more than 400 million years, hammerhead sharks are relative newcomers. Fossil records and DNA analysis indicate that the first hammerhead ancestors appeared approximately 20 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. This makes them the youngest family of sharks that we know of. Their rapid divergence from the standard shark body is being studied by marine biologists. Researchers believe the modern hammerhead species evolved from a single common ancestor that had a large, fully formed cephalofoil. Over millions of years, some lineages evolved smaller heads through a process called morphological reduction. This stands in contrast to earlier theories that assumed the head shape started small and expanded over generations. Today, the family of hammerheads includes 10 distinct species, ranging from the 3-foot-long bonnethead to the great hammerhead, which can be up to 20 feet long. While hammerheads are relatively recent arrivals, kind of the babies of the shark family, they can still be found in warm coastal waters all around the world. Number 2. The placement of the hammerhead shark's eyes give them a 360-degree field of vision. The position of the eyes on the outer tips of the cephalofoil allows hammerhead sharks to see their surroundings on both sides simultaneously. By moving their heads slightly from side to side as they swim, they monitor the environment directly above, below, and behind them. Despite the extreme distance between their eyes, there's an overlap in the field of vision, giving them binocular vision and accurate depth perception. Having eyes spaced far apart helps the shark judge the distance and speed of moving prey. This helps when hunting fast-moving fish in open water. Oddly enough, a hammerhead shark's only blind spot is right in front of its nose. To compensate for this lack of forward vision, the shark continuously sweeps its head back and forth while patrolling the ocean floor. Their eyes also have a reflective layer located behind the retina. It's called the tapetum lucidum. This layer bounces light back through the eye, increasing visibility in murky water or low light conditions. Number 3. The bonnethead shark is the first known omnivorous shark species. For decades, scientists classified all sharks as strict carnivores, consuming fish, squid, and crustaceans. But researchers studying bonnethead sharks in the Gulf of Mexico discovered that these small hammerheads regularly consume large quantities of seagrass. Analyzing their stomach contents, scientists found that up to 60% of the organic material they found in the bonnethead was seagrass. Biologists initially assumed the sharks must have swallowed the grass by accident while hunting for crabs. Further lab studies, though, showed that the sharks actually digest the plants to extract nutrients. Bonnetheads have an enzyme called beta-glucosidase in their digestive tracts, which breaks down the cellulose found in seagrass. This allows the sharks to convert up to half of the plant matter they consume into usable carbohydrates and energy. So, while most sharks seem to be strict carnivores, eating only meat from animals they hunt, the bonnethead shark is technically an omnivore because it consumes both animals and plants. And as an educator, I feel like I have to include the other category. Animals which exclusively eat plants would be classified as herbivores, but there are no shark species that have been found to be herbivores. Number 4. Female hammerhead sharks can actually have pups without a mate. In 2001, a female bonnethead shark at the Henry Dorley Zoo in Nebraska delivered a live pup despite having no contact with a male shark for 3 years. Scientists initially suspected the female had stored sperm from a previous mating encounter, which some shark species can do. But genetic testing of the pup showed that it had no paternal DNA. The pup was a product of what scientists call parthenogenesis, a form of reproduction where an unfertilized egg develops into an embryo. This was the first documented case of asexual reproduction in any shark species. During this process, a female's egg cell fuses with a polar body, which is a haploid cell produced during oogenesis. Basically, it's a byproduct of cell division. The resulting offspring is not a perfect clone of the mother. It only inherits half her genetic material. Biologists theorize that parthenogenesis serves as a sort of evolutionary backup plan when female sharks can't locate mates in their environment. While this survival strategy might allow the population to persist in the short term, it would reduce the genetic diversity over time, so it's not really a long-term survival strategy for the species. Since the initial discovery in bonnetheads, the scientists have documented similar occurrences in several other ray and shark species. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: scalloped hammerheads go to school during the day. While most shark species are solitary creatures, scalloped hammerheads congregate in schools numbering in the hundreds. These gatherings occur consistently in the waters around the Galapagos Islands, Costa Rica, and Hawaii. The schooling behavior mainly happens during the day around underwater mountains known as seamounts. In their groups, the sharks communicate through physical movements like head shaking and torso thrusts. Biologists are still trying to figure out the reason for this daytime schooling behavior. The leading theory is that the sharks group together for protection and social interaction rather than hunting because they disperse at night and feed on their own. Swimming in groups also protects younger, smaller sharks from predators. The daytime schools could serve as mating grounds, allowing sharks from different regions to find partners. But No matter why they get together during the day, when the sun sets, the school disbands and the individual sharks venture into the deep ocean to hunt squid and fish. Now for some news you can use. If you visit coastal areas where hammerhead sharks hunt, dragging your feet instead of walking normally will help keep you safe in the water. Hammerheads patrol shallow waters searching for stingrays buried in the sand. This means when you go to the beach, you're in the same space as the shark's favorite food. Instead of picking your feet up and taking regular steps as you walk into the ocean, keep your feet flat on the bottom and slide them forward through the sand. This continuous shuffling motion sends vibrations through the water and sand, alerting stingrays and nearby sharks to your presence. Eliminating the element of surprise actually helps protect you from both the sharks and the stingrays. If you step directly onto a buried stingray, its reflex is to whip its tail up with a defensive barb. By sliding your feet, you might gently bump into the side of the ray instead of landing on its back, giving it a chance to swim away. Sharks, including hammerheads, sense the vibrations of your shuffling feet and naturally avoid the area. So, using shuffling steps will minimize unwanted encounters so you and the animals can enjoy the water safely. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, can hammerhead sharks really get a suntan? Oddly enough, that's a fact. Researchers studying young scalloped hammerhead sharks in Hawaii noticed that the shark's skin changed color over time. The sharks are born with a light tan color, but as they spend their days swimming in the sunlit shallow waters to avoid larger predators, their skin actually darkens to a deep brownish black. Just like humans, the sharks produce melanin to protect their skin cells from ultraviolet radiation. This allows them to safely inhabit shallow, sunlit nurseries without sustaining cellular damage from the sun. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about hammerhead sharks with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.